श्री गणेशाय नमः। श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। श्रीपादवल्लभ नरसिंह सरस्वती
श्रीगुरुदत्तात्रेयाय नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मृतं गमय। ॐ
शान्ति। विठला you said my clothes. One, two, three, more. Stop. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात्। सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात्। सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात्। सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात्। सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात्। सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ दत्ताय नमः। 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 ॐ दत्ताय Om Tat Namaha. Om Tat Om Tat Om 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 Tat Namaha. Om Tat Om Om Tat Namaha. Om Tat Om Tat Om Tat Om Om Tat Om Tat Om Tat Om Om. Slowly come out. Rub your hands. The wolf went away as soon as I put it on. Yeah, but still put it. It just looks stupid. Still put it up. That's what I thought. I'm not yours. Did you notice it? Om Ram Sattaya Namaha. Om Sattaya. Bella, close your eyes and focus. I thought Om Ram Sattaya Namaha. Only listen to your breath. Om Ram Sattaya Namaha. Om Ram Sattaya Namaha. Om Sattaya. Om Sattaya Namaha. Slowly come out. Slowly come out. Come on. Let us do the Anulom Vilom. 10 circles. And you have to take it slowly and it should not be harsh. And then your posture has to be straight. Oh, this. And the next is Sri Amriteshwaraya Namah Shivaya. 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 Come on. Let us do the Vajrasanam. You won't appreciate my tone. The mudra and keep it on your knees like this and do the step breathing. My boy, you are the only one who is laughing so much. Hey, funny. Even if it's mine. Not enough, enough, enough. Slowly come out. Slowly come out. I I am out. You are already out. Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't even bear to do it as this for a while. Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sri Saraswatyai Namaha.
श्रीपादवल्लभ नरसिंह सरस्वती
शास्त्रे
नमः।
असतो मा
सद्गमय तमसो मा
ज्योतिर्गमय
ज्योतिर्गमय
मृत्योर्मा अमृतमय ओम शांति शांति शांति.
मृतिः
He is still in pain and laughing. Okay, come. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu
सह
Avirya
वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
Om
ॐ
Shanti
शान्ति शान्ति
Shanti.
शान्तिः।
Guru Brahma Guru
विष्णु
Devo
गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव
सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव।
वन्दे गुरुपदद्वन्द्वम् अवाङ्मानसगोचरम्
तैक्यं त्रयं ब्रह्मः।
ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं
कृतिम्
स्फटिकाकारं
आधारं सर्वविद्यानां
हयग्रीवमुपास्महे
हयग्रीवमुपास्महे।
सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय
विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय नमः।
नारायणसमारम्भा
शङ्करमध्यमा
व्याससंस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ता वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा
परम्पराम्
शिवसमारम्भा व्यासशङ्करमध्यमदाचार्यपर्यन्ता वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषयोगिनां
निधये सर्वविद्यानां
लक्ष्मीपतये नमः.
नमः।
स्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् पूजन्तं रामदासीः मधुरमधुराक्षर आरुह्यकवितैः वन्दे
वन्दे वाल्मीकि
वाल्मीकिकोकिलं
कोकिलं
व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं
वसिष्ठनप्तारं यक्षातेकल्मषं पराशरं वन्दे सुखतातं तपोनिधे विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय
नमो नमः।
Okay, I open this one. Okay, we will start tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll start. Shri Heramba Ganapataye Namaha. Heramba Ganapataye Namaha. Shri Heramba Ganapataye Ramba Balakavachakah.
दीनं परिपालकं
Herambam Pranamaya.
प्रणमाम्यहम्।
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं
चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। अगजाननं पद्मार्कं गजाननं अनेकदं भक्तानां तं तस्मै।
उपास्महे सुमुखश्चैकदन्तश्च कपिलो
लम्बोदरश्च विकटो
धूमकेतुर्गणाध्यक्ष
बालचन्द्रो गजाननः स्कन्दपूर्वजः
पूर्वजः षोडशैतानि
नामानि यः
तदपि प्रतिज्ञारूपे विवाहे च प्रवेशमेतत्कृतः सर्वेषु विघ्नस्य विषये शनीश्वरम्
गजाननाय नमः
गणपतये नमः
गणपतये
नमः
नमः
धराय नमः गणपतये नमः
नमः
प्रदाय नमः
नमः
विप्रप्रसादाय नमः अमोघसिद्धाय नमः अष्टाय नमः
अमृताय नमः
नमः
मंत्राय
नमः
नमः
गीतये नमः धर्माय नमः विजयाय नमः
पूरकाय नमः
वरदाय नमः
शिवाय नमः काश्यप नमः
काशिकाय नमः नंदनाय नमः वाचासिद्धाय नमः
विनायकाय नमः
So, you guys remember, right? Chanting these names will give us the result of chanting Ganesha Sahasranama Stotra. 1000 names of the Ganesha. Now, this is the new one we learned. This slokam is from the Bhagavatam actually. And by saying this, okay, whatever kind of difficulties we are in, okay, Bhagavan Krishna will remove that. Okay. Krishnaya Vasudevaya
हरे
परमात्मने
परमने
प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
One more. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye
हरे परमात्मने
प्रणतादेशनाशाय
नाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
Krishnaya
वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
Words for today. Okay, this is the one which I was telling about yesterday. Okay, I am going to share it today only, Akshitu. Okay, so don't worry. Repeat after me, please. Krishnaya
कृष्णाय
Yadavendraya
यादवेन्द्राय
Jnanamudraya
ज्ञानमुद्राय
Yogine
योगे
Nathaya
नाथाय
Nathaya
नाथाय
Rukminishaya
रुक्मिणीसाय
Namo
नमो
Vedanta
वेदान्त
Vedine
देदिने
Naya Yadavendraya
कृष्णाय यादवेन्द्राय
Jnanamudraya Yogine
ज्ञानमुद्राय योगिने
योगिने
Nathaya Rukminishaya
नाथाय रुक्मिणीसाय
रुक्मिणीशाय
Namo Vedanta Vedine
नमो वेदान्तवेदिने
नमो
Krishnaya Yadavendraya
कृष्णाय यादवेन्द्राय
Jnanamudraya Yogine
ज्ञानमुद्राय योगिने
योगिने
Nathaya Rukminishaya.
नाथाय रुक्मिणीसाय
It is a second. Rukminishaya.
विनीसाय
Melody. Namo Vedanta Vedine.
नमो वेदान्तवेदिने
Okay. So this is the verse that we actually talked about yesterday. Okay.
Who called you?
Not me. Get up, please. So now, yesterday we were talking about which Ganapati?
Vikata Ganapati.
Vikata Ganapati. Vikata Ganapati means
Scary.
he who is scary, and at the same time, what else?
He scares the bad people, the people who are atheists.
And the obstacles and the atheists.
Excellent. Okay. So if Om Vikataya Namaha, we chant for 40 days, okay, he will actually cross us from
Take
this
away our
samsara
problems.
also, right? He will cross us from samsara also. So the next Ganapati name is Vighnaraja. Say that?
Vighnaraaja.
The Gha is Uttugha. So Vighnaraja. Vighnara.
Vighnaraaja.
Seventh name in the Shodasha Ganapati Stotra. And Vignesha actually removes the obstacles completely. And we come across many obstacles when we start any task, right? Moreover, like whatever we do, we will come across some or other kind of obstacles. First of all, it takes time to start. And then some or the other, some people will come and disturb us, or somewhat the other way, we'll keep on getting bothered. Okay, but for those who are doing good activities, they will get more obstacles. Okay, you might think that, oh, this good activity, why are obstacles coming for them? Because for good activities, many more obstacles will come, many more things will come. Okay, there is a saying in Shastras, it is said as Shreyamsi Bahu Vighnani. Shreyam meaning for good things, Bahu Vighnani. There will be a lot more obstacles because God will be testing us. The Paramatma will be testing us, like, will they go ahead with this? Will they are going to go through all the obstacles and go ahead with this or not, like that? So at that time, if we worship Ganapati in the form of Vighnaraja, okay, with devotion and faith, of course, there will be no obstacles at all. Even if the obstacles come, they will go away. Okay, so we have to worship them in the form of Vighnaraja. So then ninth mantra, there is a in the Ganapati Atharva Sirsha.
Ganapati
Atharva
Atharva.
Sirsha. Okay, this is something that they teach us when they are doing the Veda. When we try to learn the Vedas, this is the first thing that we have to learn. Okay, Ganapati Atharva Sirsha. Okay, in that there is a ninth verse, okay, which says that I am doing namaskara to that Shiva's son who removes the obstacles and gives boons. Okay, it goes like this. Namo Vratapataye, Namo Ganapataye, Namah Pramathapataye, Namaste Stulambodharaya Ekadantaya, Vighna Vinasine Sivasutaya Sri Vardamurtaye, Namo Namaha. This is how it goes. Okay, and we will listen to them in the Gudi Andar. One thing is, time is something really scary, guys. Kala is really scary. We do not know what can, it tests everyone and anyone. It keeps on testing us.
How?
Ganapati, how obstacles? By causing obstacles.
How does time cause obstacles?
Because the time is the one which decides when the obstacles will come. When we will experience our papas. What are the obstacles? Obstacles are nothing but our papas. Okay, why do we get obstacles? Because it is the hindrances. Okay, all these hindrances are because of the papa that we did in our past, and that papa itself pops up, okay, in the form of obstacle and keeps on stopping us from doing any kind of activity. And the Ganapati that removes the fear of the Kala is Vighnaraja. So Ganapati removes the fear of that time, that Kala, where we are going to have to experience those things. So Viseshena Jagat Samarthyam Hanti iti Vignaha. Vighna actually means what? The Shakti or energy that can destroy the capability of doing creation or protection. Okay. Are you understanding this? The strength of the capability that can create any kind of, that can destroy any kind of creation or protection. That is called Vighna. Okay, it can destroy anything. So once, when there were a lot of, once what happened was Indra was performing a yagam. He was performing a yajna, and a lot of vignas and obstacles came. Then he worshipped Ganesha in the form of Vighna Raja. Okay, then he got rid of those obstacles. Devatas and Rakshasas also, they are worshipped also, because Ganesha, before churning the Kshira Sagara, then also they worshipped the Ganesha, this Vighna Raja Ganesha. So Vighnaraja Rama tells us about the glory and capability of the Ganesha, and chanting Vighnaraja Rama obviously removes all the obstacles.
Did you say Vighnaraaja Rama?
Nama.
You say Rama.
Nama. Okay, I meant Nama. Okay, if you heard Rama, I meant Nama. Okay, so that is about Vighnaraja.
Now Parasurama.
Now Parasurama. Okay, yesterday we stopped where? Anyone who can say it briefly? Anybody?
We
The
talked
deer.
about when the deer were there, when the deer escaped the hunter.
It was explaining the female thing, and Parshurama heard it and went to
And then
Agastya Muni
Parasurama went to Agastya. That's where we stopped.
and to get the stotra.
Very good job, all of you. So, he went to Agastya, and first of all, we talked about what is the first thing that Vasishta gave the Trailokya Vijaya Kavacha to he gave the Sagar jacket. Then Shiva got it. Shiva gave it to who is the guru of the Trailokya Vijaya Kavacha?
Shiva.
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 And Shiva gave it to Parasurama. And then Parasurama did chanting or doing tapas of that for how long?
100 years.
100 years. Okay. And after that, he did tapas at what place? Anybody remembers the place?
At a river, right?
Somewhere in Rajasthan. That's what I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
somewhere in Rajasthan. Pushkara Tirtha. Yes, Pushkara Tirtha. Say that? Pushkara Tirtha. Pushkara
Pushkara.
Tirtha is where Lord Vishnu is in the form of water. I told you, the Tirtha, like that. Okay, so, and, yeah. Um, so, male deer and female deer, how did they come to know about so many things?
because Parshurama was some kind of person that, like, if you see them, you'll get to know the past and future.
Yes, because he is a Sat Purusha. Okay, Sat Purusha. If you remember, we talked about two things that are actually in the Vaidika Dharma. When we are doing the Shankaracharya thing, we talked about two things. Paropakara, meaning Satpurusha, being in with Satpurusha, and Bhagavad Aradhana. There are two pillars. Don't ever forget that. Two pillars of entire Sanatana Dharma. And another thing. What are the three kinds of bhakti that dear talking about?
Uttama Bhakti.
Madhyama Bhakti and
Kanishta Bhakti. Okay?
Kanishta.
Uttama Bhakti meaning Uttama Bhakti people, they think of God every step of the way. Drinking, eating, sleeping, all the time. Okay, they do everything for God only. Whereas Madhyama Bhakti people, when they are worshipping God, yes. Whereas other time they will think of other stuff. Kanishta Bhakti meaning they actually pray to God. They have devotion towards God, but they pray for themselves. Okay, whereas okay. And after that, they went to Agastya, and Agastya gave which stotra? Sri, yeah, Krishna.
Sri Krsna Premaamruta Stotra.
Excellent. Sri Krsna Premaamruta Stotram. Say that. Sri Krishna Premaamruta Stotram. It is none other than Ashtotra Satarama Stotra, and it is like Vahaka. Vahaka, I told you, means when you are taking a medicine, you have to take it with this like that. When you are doing Trayokya Vijaya Kavacha, you have to do this in order to get Siddhi. Okay, that is the reason why. And how did Agastya listen to this? From where? From whom? Do you guys remember? Agastya went to Patala Loka. Okay, now let us go back. Okay, Agastya went to Patala Loka. Okay, where and he saw into the assembly, and Sesha Adisesha Vasuki. Remember? Vasuki Adisesha, he was the one telling the stotra. Okay, he was the one who told the stotra. Remember that. Okay, Adisesha Vasuki. And who asked for the stotra first?
Bhumi Devi.
Bhudevi. Yes, Bhumi Devi asked her. Bhudevi, the earth Amma, she asked for the stotra. She wanted to listen to entire Krishna's leelas, actions, and as well as his tattva, and as well as his rupa. Everything she wanted to know. So he started telling. Rupa meaning the form, the way he looks. Okay, and the new words that we learned today, okay, that is like miniature verse. If you say that every day, it is equivalent to saying this entire thing every day. Okay, that does not mean we have to take shortcuts, but whenever you have time, one has to do this. Anyway, so one time in 5 minutes, I will try to explain what the stotra is saying. Jai Bolo Sri Krishna Paramatma ki. Okay, now who is the Rishi? Who is the one who saw this first? Okay, Rishi meaning who saw this thing. And then they made sage. No, here in this, like Shiva is the Rishi for Trailokya Vijaya Kavacha, right? Shiva is the one who saw it first, and then he is the Guru, right? Like that. Sesha is the Guru for this. Who? Sesha. And this stotra is in Anushtup Chanda. And the Devata we are worshipping with this is Sri Krishna. And here they are saying Sri Krishna is looking like, okay, he's having Kaustubha money here. And he is the son of Yashoda is the one who is raising him. And he is having 4 arms at the time. And he is carrying Gada, Shankham, okay, and Chakram, and those things in his hands. And one hand like this. And Devaki, he is the son of Devaki. And he was raised by Nanda Gopa, and he was the one who actually, when Vasudeva was crossing Yamuna actually became calm and gave the way. So he did that, and he is the brother of Balabhadra. Same Balabhadra or Balarama, same person. He is the brother of Balabhadra, 1 year older. This time he came like that. And Putana Jivita, first thing he did when he was days old is he killed Putana. Okay, and then he killed Sakatasura. And then he made all the Nandabraja people very, very happy. And whenever you look at him, you can see that he is the form of Satchidananda. He is the only one that is there, existing. Whoever, all the things that are is nothing but him. Okay, and like that. And Navanita, he takes away the Navanita. Yesterday we talked about Navanita Chora. Navanita means sin, right? Do you remember that thing? But he eats Navanita and Navanita Nathonatha, and he all those things. And Muchukunda Prasadakrit. Muchukunda. There is a great king called Muchukunda. Okay, write his name. I'm going to tell his story later. Muchukunda. Okay, very, very beautiful story. King Muchukunda. Okay, he blessed Muchukunda and showed us he married 16,000 ladies, okay, who were actually captured by the Asura called Narakasura. He is none other than Vishnu's son only. This Narakasura is also son of Vishnu and Bhudevi. Well, you will know. I will tell the Narakasura story also later. But this is what Naraka, because from Vishnu, okay, you ask me questions. The Bhudevi, once what happened? She went during the twilight time to Vishnu and said, I want some sons. So during the twilight time, one should never try to have sons. Okay, one should want kids at the time. Because during the Sandhya time, like means slowly morning is becoming evening, daytime is becoming that kind of twilight time. You guys understand that, right? Dusk, dawn, this kind of these kind of times one should always worship God, but do nothing else. That are the things that they are supposed to do. But Bhudevi came during that time, and she said to Vishnu Paramatma, I want kids from you. Then she said, no, 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 you cannot have this. But she said, I want to. And so, because she asked during that time, okay, so 2 sons came to her. One became Narakaloka. Narakaloka, the entire worlds of the Naraka. Okay, one became that, where people who do sins, they go there and they experience the result of their sins that cannot be experienced with this body. Okay, the sins that cannot be experienced with human body, they will go there in a Yatana Deha and experience in that Narakaloka. And the second one is the Narakasura. Narakasura, and he is the one who no. He actually captured 16,000 ladies and he tortured them in many, many ways. And finally, Narayana himself, Vishnu, Narayana himself came in the form of Krishna, and at that time, he killed him. Okay, because of the sins he did, and he freed them all, and they asked him to marry him. So, at all the 16,000 ladies, he married at the same time, taking 16,000 forms. Only Krishna can do that. Okay, that is the greatness of Krishna. Okay, only Krishna can do that. And so anyways, there are other stories which can come, but this is in brief. Okay, this is in brief. Because why did that? All this. Yes, Amma, Akshara.
In the version I heard that Narakasura asked that only Bhudevi can kill him, and then Satyabhama in the form of Bhudevi killed him.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That is a made-up story. Okay, that is a made-up story that is shown in many, many movies. Okay, which is not true. Satyabhama went with him. Satyabhama is not form of Bhudevi. Satyabhama is still there. Okay, she is still in Himalayas actually doing tapas. Okay, I also don't know completely about this, but this much I know that Satyabhama went along with Krishna. Oh, yes, she did battle. She killed so many soldiers. but he can only be killed in the hands of Krishna. I have okay, it is in the Bhagavata Purana itself, it is told. Okay, so whatever that story, I also learned that kind of story only when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I also learned that kind of story only. Now only I came to know that is not true. The who killed is Krishna only killed him. Okay, and there is a lot to that story actually. That's why I'm telling this in brief. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't ever forget that. Okay, now, okay, we went through the okay Narakasura. Okay, we did that. Tribhangi. If you see, he will have, when he is holding like this, there should be three kinds of curves in his body. Okay, flute like this. Okay, and here one, and here at the waist one, and at the foot will be like this, right? Foot he will keep like this, right? That. So there are the three bhangi. Okay, some people make it too weird. It should not be too weird, and some people make it straight. It should be just straight like that. And Madhurakriti, he has a beautiful form. Yeah, all his Leelas, they have lot of internal meanings which we do not understand. People make up stories like that Satyabhama story or all these kind of things, and we were misled for so long. Anyway, Shuka Agamurtabdhinda. Okay, and he is known as Govinda. Govinda name is given to him when he lifted the Govardhanagiri, and not only that, Govinda name was given to him much before 2-3 times already, and it is again given to him. He is again and again coronated with Govinda name, and what's up? And he takes care of all the calves and all, and he killed the Dhenukasura, and he killed Trunavarta. He killed Yamala Arjuna Bhandanaha. He killed all of them, and so many Rakshasas he killed and all. He looks like with the radiance of one what do you say, 1 billion suns when they come together. He looks with that kind of radiance, and he is a yogi. Did you see in the last picture how he looked? That is how we have to imagine Krishna. Either in that Tribhangi form, like how it was there in the picture, or like that yogi, he was sitting meditating, right? Like that we have to imagine, because like that when we meditate on him, he will be meditating on us in that form. Always remember this. When we meditate on Krishna, he will be meditating on us in that form. So Ilapati, so he has 8 consorts. Okay, whereas in 16,000 ladies he married separately. That's a different way. Whereas he had 8 consorts. Okay, you have to consort meaning you do not call them as a wife, but they are known as Dharma Patnis, sort of. And they help you in following the Dharma, all the duties and all that you need to perform. They are the one first. Whereas Rukmini, you remember Rukmini is the first one. Okay, and then Jambavanti, Satyabhama, like that, 8 consorts are there. We will talk about that also later. Okay, he has one. Yamuna is one of them. Okay, Yamuna Nadi also is one of them. And Vanamali, he wears a Vanamala. Okay, and Pitavasa, he wears yellow clothes. And he actually got Parijata tree from Parijata Pagara, from Nandanavana. Not this Parijata that we see here. Okay, it's a different kind of Parijata that is in Indraloka. He did that. And he, of course, he lifted Govardhanagiri with his right palm, right hand, not like this. Many people say with his left hand, with this finger. Not true. Not true at all. He lifted it with his right hand. Like this, on his palm, he lifted it. Okay. Yeah, he is. That's impressive. Krishna is amazing, man. He killed so many Akshavinis of Sena. He is a great, he's courageous one. Once you know about all of those things. And Madhuha, he killed a Rakshasa called Madhu. And Madhura Natho, he actually lived in Mathura for some time. And then they went to Dwaraka. Okay, Dwaraka is the place they went to. All these are beautiful stories. Okay, all this, and Tulasi Dhama, he actually is decorated with Tulasi malas, and he roams around in Vrindavanam along with Radha Devi. Never forget that. Always with Radha Devi he goes around. Radha and Syamantakamani Hatha. He actually, when somebody stole the Syamantakamani, actually Jambavanta took it when Prasenajit, he went for this thing and he brought it back and he gave it. And he is the form of Nara and Narayana. And
Wait, was that the gem where you guys go in every day?
Every day one gets 7 barus of gold, 700 and some grams of gold.
Wasn't that the story when I don't remember what day it was, but the day you're not supposed to look.
Vinayak Chavati day. He did not work
And then he was
of Ganesha,
doing
so
the-
he got into
and he
obstacle.
looked at the moon.
Yeah, he looked at
And
the
then
moon.
then
Yes,
Jambawan, when he was with Rama, asked a boon to
Yes.
go fight him in his
Yes,
next
because it is Sri Krishna, he was able to get rid of that whatever thing that came on him. Whereas people like us cannot do that much thing. So if we read that story, they say that we can get rid of our whatever bad stuff that come on to us like that. And Kubja Krishna Maradharo, like there is a actually the Shurpanaka herself, she was born as Kubja, and he made her into she was like a humpback, a hunchback. Hunchback. She has a like her, she has a hump on her. They are known as hunchbacks, guys. Okay, if you research about them, you can see them. But so that kind of person, and he made her into a very beautiful lady. We will talk about that in the Bhagavata Puranam or when the Krishna Leelas come. Like that, these are all. And he killed Mushtika and Chanura. Okay, Mushtika and Chanura, they are from Andhra Pradesh. Okay, they worked in the office of, they worked along with the king Kamsa. And Samsara Vairi Kamsari. This Kamsa is none other than he is a demon. He is a demon called Kalanemi. Okay, and he killed him also, and he killed Mura and Naraka, Naraka Antaka, Narakasura, of course, like that. And he is forever Brahmachari. People think that he married so many people, but he is forever Brahmachari, means always in the Brahma, always one with the Parabrahma. That is the greatness of Krishna. Okay, nobody understands. Even his that 16,000 wives, many of them did not understand. We will learn about that. But remember these things. If you have any doubt, make a note and you can ask me later. Okay, and so he, of course, he killed Sisupala. Okay, he killed Sisupala and he killed Duryodhana. He made the entire Duryodhana clan go away. Okay, and he actually blessed Vidura. 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 Do you guys know Vidura, right? And Akrura. Akrura is a great devotee, and he looks just like Krishna. Okay, he gave him his form like that. And Vishwarupa Pradarshaka, he showed Vishwarupa a couple of times, whenever, not a couple of, much more times, to those who are worth. And he always spoke the truth, and whatever he wants to happen will happen. Satya Sankalpaha. That means if he thinks of something that needs to happen, that he thinks wants to happen, it will happen. That's it. And he always he is closer to Satyabhama, Rukmini and all. And Subhadra Purvajo, his sister is Subhadra. He has a sister Subhadra. Subhadra is none other than the form of Amavaru, Lalita Devi. Okay, and Vishnu Bhishma Mukti Pradayakaha. He actually gave Mukti to Bhishma. And Jagat Guru, he is the Jagat Guru. He is the one who gave us the Bhagavad Gita. There are several Gitas. Okay, but Bhagavad Gita is also one of them. Gita is where the Brahma Vidya is told. Remember that. And Venu Vidya Vishardaha. He always likes to play his flute, Venu. Okay. That is the greatest thing, guys. If we keep on meditating on Krishna, they say that you can actually hear the Venu Gana, the singing that comes from the flute. Yeah. You can. Yeah, like that. That music will be, you can be able to hear. And he killed Vrishabhasura. Okay, he killed Baka. Like so many one, and he made Yudhishthira as the great ruler, and like all these things. And he is the charioteer for Partha, and he gave the Gita Amrutam. Okay, Gita Amrutam meaning ambrosia, Gita Amrutam, Bhagavad Gita, and he danced on a snake called Kaliya, and Kaliya Panis. Okay, on the hood of the Kaliya Pani, he danced. Okay, he danced, and that is also a beautiful story. And Damodara, he is known as Damodara. Okay, Damodara meaning his mother was Yashoda was trying to tie him. Okay, but he has all the words in his hand, in his tummy, right? Udara meaning stomach. Lambodara, Lamba Udara, like Damodara. That means one who cannot be tied just like that. Every time, and she got a big rope. Okay, Yashoda, we're doing all these things like that. She got a big rope and she tried to tie him. It was 2 inches short. She got another rope and tied it to that rope and tried to get it again. Again, it is 2 inches short. Again. And then she was getting sweaty and she was like, no, going all crazy. Then in such, Amma is going through so much difficulty. Let us just help her. Because when Yashoda got Krishna into her home, he was 60 years old. She's a 60-year-old lady at the time. Okay. She is an old lady, I mean to say. Okay. But so hence he got the name Damodara. Okay, Damodara, the name, the Leela name, Leela is that, whereas one who cannot be tied down, but he will be tied down with only bhakti. That means Damodara. That is the inner conceptual meaning. Okay, conceptual meaning is that one who cannot, we can only get hold of him with bhakti, but not with tying down like that. Okay. And he loves Jalakridas, and Gopi was he stole all the Gopika's clothes. There is a reason for that also. I will explain you when that Leela comes. And Punya Shloka Tirtha Pado, and he is whatever, when we think of him, when we think of Krishna's feet, that means that you are thinking of your sins are getting removed. That's it. We have to think like that. So these are all the different names of Krishna. And once if we say it with a lot of love, what happens is Krishna will be, he might just give us really his darshan with his feet. His feet will show in our Dharakasha. Dharakasha meaning in our heart, in our manas, in our vision, when you are meditating on Krishna. Okay, you have to keep on, you can take one thing that you liked in this, and we can discuss, okay, I want to know about this Leela. If we can go deeper into that Leela and know more about it, and then you will be immersed in Krishna, right? And at that time, he might show. If his anugraha is there, like that. Anugraha meaning if he wants to bless us. That's what. Okay, so whoever wants, whatever anybody wants by chanting this sloka, they will get all of those things. Their sorrows will be removed. If they want kids, they will get, and they will get all kinds of diseases will be gone. Whatever you want will happen. And I told you yesterday also that whoever leaves their body by chanting the Krishna name, by chanting whatever name, they will become that, right? We talked about that. And by chanting this Krishna Premaamruta Stotra, Krishna's responsibility is that he will make us remember when we leave our body that we have to remember him. It is his responsibility. We are putting responsibility on him that you are the one who is going to make me remember you, like that. So that is the greatness of this Krishna Premaamruta Stotra. So one more time, repeat this verse. Krishnaya
Krishnaya
Yadavendraya
Yadavendraya
Jnanamudraya
Jnanamudraya
Yogine
Yogine
Nathaya
Radhaya
Nishaya
Nishaya
Namo
Namo
Vedanta
Vedanta
Vedine.
Vedine
This is the stotra. Now Sesha is telling. Okay, Adi Sesha is telling. He is telling to Bhumi and all other sages who are there. Even Agastya was also there. Okay. I gave you all this stotra now. Then Bhumi and all the sages, they were extremely pleased and they did stotra of Adi Sesha. Now, whoever is the guru, we have to do stotra of our gurus. Because of them only we came to know this, right? Because of Vasishta. And then who? Huh? And then do you remember Vayu? And after that, Shaunaka, Romaharshana. Okay, because of this, and Vyasa, of course. Okay, so we have to do namaskaram to them and we have to praise them in our heart. And you gave us such an excellent stotra. So, Jai Bolo Adisesha Vasuki Swami ki Jai. And they also did an amazing stotra praising Adisesha now, and all of them did namaskara to Ananta Adisesha. Ananta is another name for him. Okay, and left for their ashramas. Everybody left. And I also came to my ashrama. Who is telling this?
Agastya.
Excellent. Agastya. Okay. And from that day, I have been chanting that stotra and I gave you the same stotra to you also today. Okay. So from now onwards, you do japa of this stotra and get siddhi of Trailokya Vijay Kavacha. If you do this, you will get siddhi of that. Okay, and Agastya gave this Upadesha to Parasurama. After that, Parasurama did Sashtanga Namaskaram to Agastya and kept chanting that stotra. Okay, and the deer are there, right? Somewhere over there. Okay, he is trying to remember that stotra, and the deer who were actually in the little distance and listening to that with complete devotion and faith and chanting Krishna, 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 like that, they were chanting in their hearts because they with their, and immediately what happened, a light came out of them, and immediately they became a divine bodies, divya shariras. Divya shariras and divine bodies they became into. And immediately, and Agastya and Parashurama could actually see their divine bodies because they have the ability to see. Okay, and we don't have that divine power. If we have that power, we can also see. And Vimana, for them, a plane, a Vimana, not a plane like Boeing aircraft and all. It's a different kind of plane which comes from the heavens. It came for them, and they went in that Vimana and they went to Vaikuntha. They actually went to Vaikuntha. They got Mukti because they helped Parashurama by doing this. Remember, they did so much. They did a great thing. Okay, so they went, and this Vimana also we cannot see. But recently also there is somebody called Bhakta Tukaram. Okay, Bhakta Tukaram. He is in Maharashtra. He was in Maharashtra, and it happened few hundreds of years ago only. Okay, for him also a Vimanam came. Okay, Vimanam came. Yeah, seriously, Vimanam came and he told his wife, okay, I'm going, Vaikuntha, from Vaikuntha, Vimana came, I'm going, you also come with me. He said, he is just joking. She thought she is just joking. He said, you also go, you go and roam around a little and come back. I have to take care of the kids or something like that, she said. And he went away. He did not come back. He went to Vaikuntha. He told his wife to come with him. She thought that she did not know that. Okay, she was only thinking he was just joking. She did not believe in him at that time. Okay, so because of which she got stuck here on this. So this happens, guys. That's why remember, even now also it happens to those who actually have the devotion. If you remember, last year we did the Shivaji Maharaj story. Do you remember Shivaji Maharaj when Bhakta Tukaram was telling about Vithal? Okay, Vithal came into their thing, and Vithal. They call him Vithal. He came in Vithal form only, and he sat there, and he went in the disguise like Shivaji to protect Shivaji. If you remember that story, go back and remember that story.
Story na gurtundi.
Yeah, go back and listen to it. It's amazing story. Vithal comes for those who really has the bhakti, and Tukaram knows that Vithal came. Tukaram actually knows that Vithal came and he was listening to the Bhagavata Purana like that. Tukaram knew it. So if animals can attain Mukti with this stotra, okay, won't we get it? Of course we will get it. Now the Agastya is telling, keep chanting this. Animals got the Mukti, so we will also get it. Keep chanting this Krsna Premaamruta Stotra and get Siddhi, said Agastya to Parasurama. Now Parasurama got immersed in the sadhana of Stotra. Okay, and this is from a different, there is another, okay, the same stotra is there in another one also, like Narada Pancharatra, like it's all the same thing that is told in everywhere. Okay, just told in different ways. Now Sage Agastya learned Sri Krsna Premaamruta Stotra from Vasuki Adisesha, right? And he gave it to Parashurama. He said, son, you don't have to keep any kind of worry in your manas. Okay, you have been feeling a little sad about what happened to your father and all, right? So forget about everything. As long as we worry, okay, this is something to all of us, guys. As long as we worry, we forget about Paramatma. We are thinking of something that is worrying us, right? Okay, so if we keep Paramatma in our mind, then we have to leave the worries. So leave that worry, yeah.
When somebody is worried because of Paramatma, okay, Rakshasa,
For them,
because of Paramatma.
for them, Paramatma will come and help them. As long as we leave the worries, okay, then be bold and be with devotion, then Paramatma will take care of our worries. So we have to fill our heart with Paramatma. Like that, Sage Agastya told, okay, fill your heart with Paramatma. Don't fill it with anger. Are you understanding? He has anger and some kind of this thing, feeling towards Kartavirya Arjuna, if you remember. He kept, because he made that oath to go around earth 21 times and kill all the Kshatriyas, right? So he does not want him to do that. That's the reason why he has been doing that. Now now he is guiding him. Agastya is telling, Sri Mahavishnu took Vamana Avatara and sent Bali to Patala near this place only. Okay, near, a little by near. Okay, it is, and there is a Ganga, Vishnu Padodbhava Ganga. First, she was born from Vishnu's feet. Okay, Vishnu's padas. Okay, if Vishnu takes a form, okay, at that time from Vishnu padas, the Ganga river is born. So you go there. He told at that particular place. Go to that place. That place is somewhere near only, not too far. You can go there. Go there and do the parayana of this Sri Krsna Premaamruta Stotra. Yes. I'm going to stop it. No, I'm going to stop it in 5 minutes. Do it for 1 month. Okay, he said, do it for only 1 month. Go to that place. Okay, the place matters. Which place? Where Vamana sent Bali Chakravarti to Patala. Okay, and that is the same place where Ganga is also came from the Vishnu's feet, like that. Okay, so that place. So go there and do the thing for 1 whole month. 1 month. The Sri Krishna do it, and then you will get the siddhi. If you do the Anushtana of this stotra along with Trailokya Vijaya Kavacha, you will attain siddhi of Trailokya Vijaya Kavacha also. So far, to conquer you, to conquer your enemies, you did sadhana of Trailokya Vijaya Kavacha for 100 years now. Now follow these niyamas. You have to follow this discipline. Going to that place and doing the niyamas, and then chanting the Sri Krsna Premaamruta Stotra, and then Trailokya Vijaya Kavacha, like that. Then till then you won't get siddhi. So you have to do that. So Parasurama did namaskara to his guru Agastya, and if you one thing, guys, once we learn something, if we do not remember our guru or do namaskara to our guru or no one, then we will not get siddhi of these things. So we have to always do namaskara to the guru in our heart and then chant the shlokas. Okay, I mean the mantras, whatever they give. So Agastya, he has to do namaskara to Agastya and Shiva. Remember how so many gurus he has, Bhrugu, so many gurus. And Agastya is guru for Bhargava Rama and Sri Rama. If you take Agastya, Agastya is guru for Sri Rama also. Okay, that's another thing. It comes in Ramayana. Okay, anyways. So Parasurama went back the same way and he reached the place where Vishnu Padodbhava Ganga is born with his friend Akritavrana. And while his friend was doing seva for him, Parasurama did Anushtana of Sri Krsna Premaamruta Stotra with Diksha and Nishta. And he did it for 1 day, 108 times, 1000 times, 10,000 times. All the time he has been doing that only, all the time. And he was immersed in that Krishna Premaamruta Stotra. He kept on chanting and thinking of Krishna's form in his manas. Now he removed the anger in his manas. It is replaced with love towards Krishna. Are you understanding what I'm trying to tell? Worry is gone. Worry, he kept it aside. And he is chanting, thinking of only Krishna. Tapas, Krishna. In his manas, there is a lot of anger. There is a lot of enmity. Wanting to kill Kartavirya, but he kept them all on the side and he kept Krishna in his manas. That's it. He did the Anushtana with a lot of devotion towards Krishna. Jai Bolo Krishna Paramatma ki.
Yay.
We are going to stop it here only for today. Okay? Because I have something else to do. Okay? Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Saraswati
Swati Namaha.
Shri Pada Vallabha Narasimha Saraswati Shri Guru Dattatreya Soma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti. Tomorrow 11:15. Okay? Namaskar.
Thanks.